Alrighty, I'm back again. Still Sunday afternoon. This will be part 3 of the taco frame. Fourth video for the day. Feast or famine, I guess. As you can tell, I got my welding rig on. Got my helmet. So what I got left to do on this is the bottom of those 2 patches that I put in on this side. So it'll be underneath this one, and underneath this one, and I'm going to be laying down. So, jacket. This is a canvas. It's not a leather. There is a set of leather sleeves around here, but I'm already hot enough. It's not that hot, but I don't have any doors open. Trying to keep the crowd to a minimum today so I can do some recording. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to get the welds done, and just so you can see, I did the Rust-Oleum rust converter spray. I bought 2 cans. I went through about 2.5 cans. I did the inside there where the doubler is going to go, and the inside over here. And I'm curious to see how this is going to hold up when I'm welding on the underside of it. This is eventually, when I'm all done with the frame repairs, this is going back up to St. Clair, and I wish I could remember the company's name. I'd give them a shout out. But they're going to be doing epoxy coat on this. They did the original sandblasting. I think they did a fantastic job for $300. You can't go wrong if you're going to do one of these taco frames and you're in the Pennsylvania area. Definitely send it up to them for the sandblasting. It's worth $300 all day long to get one of these blasted out. Just, of course, I had it stripped down to the frame. I had all the lines and hoses and electrical and everything off of here before we send it up. But they only had it a day and a half. We dropped it off one day, picked it up the next. So anyhow, onward and upward. I'm going to pause this for now, and I wish I could set you guys up, but you don't want to watch me weld and you get welder's flash. So get this welded up, and this will be all done for today. I'm going to call it a day. I'm not going to put these in. I'm going to let these fully dry out. So anyhow, be back in a flash, pun intended. Okay, haven't welded yet. I did want to show you why I'm doing this, though, because I mentioned earlier in one of today's earlier videos that the material I'm using to repair this frame is quite a bit thicker than what's left of the material on this frame. And so you have like this, it sticks out. I don't know how much of that you can see on the video, but there's the underside of one, so I'm going to be going around this. And then the other one is back here, and I'm going to be going around the underside of this just to fill that crack in and make sure that that piece is in there for the rest of the life of this truck, and it's not going to come out again. So anyhow, there you go. So I'm going to pause you once more and go on with my welding, and I'll be back and show you how it turned out. All right, all done. Didn't take long, couple minutes. Get this helmet off. Yeah, gonna have some hair left. So wow, that gets the back half of the frame done up to where the doublers go in, and the only thing left to finish on this is the front half. And you can see on the outside here what I have to work with. This front cab mount is a lot worse than the other one was. The other one only had the backside where it was rotted out, not the front. And then this is about the same. I still have to cut these out and make patches for these. I got some of those patched on the other side. And then you can see over there I have a big hole there. And I also have one on this side on the inside that I have to take care of. Like I said, what I'm going to do here between the end of this and this cross member is take that piece of steel there on the top and make a C, cut it in half and make a C out of it. And we have a local company where we bought this steel. It's like 50 cents a pound, and these are drops, and treats me real good. I'm also going to be taking that piece down there to have it cut. To have it cut and bent, since it's really difficult. That material is way too heavy for a vise and a hammer. So I'm going to go down there, and he's reasonable on his rates, so it's going to be worth it to have him just go ahead and shear that in half and then make the bends on it for me. It's a fabrication shop here in Hamburg, local guy. I will give him a shout out later on when I remember his name. I know where he is. So anyhow, this is how it turned out. Not beautiful. Welding upside down is probably the hardest thing to do, whether you're MIG welding or TIG welding or stick welding. But you know, for my level, I'm happy with it. I don't even think I'm going to grind any of that off. I want whoever does the inspection on this to see that the frame has been properly repaired. And that's it. So I did think of some things that I'm learning as I go here on this job. And Nate Pickle over at Dirt Lifestyle gives a lot of tips on fabricating and welding and whatnot. And big shout out to Nate. He's over there on the West Coast. I don't know if it's Oregon or Washington, but he's out there where it's wet a lot. So something that he mentioned, and it occurred to me when I was doing this, was the cleaner your metal is, the prettier your welds are going to be. So what I've been doing with all these pieces that I'm welding in, I take my grinder and you can see this is new metal. This isn't old rusty metal here. This is fairly new metal, but this gray color on here is what they call mill scale. And what I'll do, this metal's plenty thick, so just, you know, buzzing off the surface and grinding this off so you can see the difference. I mean, you can almost see it here where it's been sheared. And then the other thing you want to do is when you're welding, this has been sandblasted, as you can see. So when I cut these out to, you know, get my pieces to go in there, what I'll do is I'll take my grinder and I'll clean up the edges all the way around where I'm going to be welding. So that's nice and clean. My new piece of material, when I put it in there, will be nice and clean, and that'll give you the best possible penetration, the best possible appearance, and that appearance is of course based on your skill level. Mine, I've been doing MIG welding for a long time, but never professionally, just you know, putting cars back together and whatnot. And for the little bit that I do with it, I feel like I do okay. I'm not going to win any welding prizes. I'm not going to hire myself out as a professional welder. I have no illusions about that. But overall, I'm happy with what I do. I know it's plenty strong. I'm getting the hang of, you know, getting the heat and wire speed set up. Just a little tip that I've learned: when you're welding, you're listening for a certain sound. And I heard them say that you want it to sound like, you know, you just poured milk on a bowl of Rice Krispies. That's, you know, not too bad, but when you're welding, if you're welding and your tip is pushing away, your wire speed's too fast. Slow your wire speed down so you can hold the gun there and no resistance, and it'll be putting the metal out just, you know, at the rate you need it based on your material thickness and your heat. So, like I said, I'm not an expert, but these are some things I'm learning as I go. Slow down your wire speed, and it doesn't take much. A lot of this material is thinner than what the material I'm welding in, as I've said. If you find yourself blowing through the thinner material, turn your heat down and turn your wire speed down, and you can do that pretty much, you know, equally. If I turn my wire speed down, my heat down, you know, like
5 on the dial, and I'll turn my wire speed down 5. Um, and it seems to work out pretty well for me. So you may have a different experience when you're welding. Professional welders, feel free to jump in and rip me to pieces. I don't care. Like I said, I got a thick skin. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and this guy's happy. He's getting his frame fixed on his truck. He got a good deal on it, and the proof will be in the pudding when we take it down to the station and get it inspected when it's all done and back together. So that's it for today. That's my last video. I'm going to call it quits. Going to shut down the welder, turn off the compressor, turn out the lights, and go home and relax. It's a Sunday evening. Oh, I got to go get something to eat. I'm hungry. What's for supper? Anyhow, take care. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching 3 videos today. If you did, like, subscribe, share, drop a comment. Feel free. Look forward to the next one. Don't know when it'll be. Lately, it's been feast or famine, at least today. So take care. God bless. Stay well.